Hello, welcome to the BNS Awesome Podcast. I'm going to talk like Scott does for the intro now.
This is the BNS Awesome Podcast, your source for sensual sounds. We're going to start off with some cool jazz and take it on back with some Kenny G.
So our first interview today is... Can you imagine if we actually, that's how things went? I was in the dentist the other day, and they always have CBC, and it's always some guy soft talk, and he's like, hi, how's it going?
Hi, my name's Richard Pennington.
Our next guest is Elizabeth Olston of the NPR party, even though it's not a party in Canada. We're going to be talking about fracking. Fracking in the mountains where nobody lives, because nobody's up there.
You know,
If somebody fracks in the woods and no one hears it.
Does it still happen? You know what's really weird? When people say moose.
You know, the plural of moose is mises, I'm pretty sure.
It's not, though. It's just moose.
No, it's mises.
It's not.
You say that, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I have looked it up.
I know it's officially moose, but if you say mises, it makes people laugh.
I know. That's what I was going to get to.
I was going to say, yeah, you know, the plural of mooses, or of moose, is moose. But when you think the plural of geese, or of a goose, is geese, shouldn't that make moose meese?
There's a fucking tongue twister.
Anywho, oh my god, you still haven't done Jomo's stuff?
I'm going to the mail on Monday. Shut your whore. Jomo, if you're listening to this, there is stuff in the mail for you.
Well, it's not in the mail yet. It's still been
Shut your mouth. This fucking guy.
You know, I'm going to Vancouver in a couple days from now, yeah.
Honestly, if you wanted.
Send it in the mail. That way, if anybody sees me, I'll be like, I don't got it. It's in the mail.
Yeah, we told them fucking, 5 months ago. Yeah, there's something in the mail for you.
We're a little slow with our full-time jobs and by not watching Scott. I edit slow and he mails things slow.
Yes, my editing's on point. I get shit out. Bob.
Hey, I mail things.
Quickly, yes. Well, then we should be switching jobs.
We probably should.
Anyways, what have you been up to? Where have you been, Bob?
I went to Otafest.
How was it?
I liked it. It was good.
Any hats this year?
No, there was no hats. They said on my form to sign that there should be more hats, and I laughed, and I was like, wait a second, isn't this child labor? And they were like, no, he's volunteering. And I was like, isn't that worse? So he's working underage, and he's not even getting paid for it?
Oh, these fucking Otafest people.
But anywho, it was a good time, lots of fun, lots of good panels, lots of good entertainment. We'll talk about it a little bit. We'll go back to you first, though, Scott. What have you been doing?
Not a lot.
Okay, back to me.
I'm just curious, who do they have for entertainers? Like
for voice guests?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. He's the Wolverine. He's a lot of characters and a lot of things. He was in Dawn of War, and I went and talked to him at Dawn of War, and you were there, and you made you laugh. The legendary Steve Bloom.
Oh, nice. Well, that's not bad, then.
And a couple other people that was a little less, I was like, eh.
You're like, meh. You know what? I just don't like you people. Anyways. But yeah, no, I haven't been up to a whole lot. Playing some games. Got another episode of FMK in the works. What, Bob? I'm
just saying, I had some people who listen, and they give me feedback in person, and they're just like, what's going on with that FMK? They're like, it has no Bob in it. They're like, I want to hear that guy with... And they also said, what's it like to listen to yourself when you're... And I'm like, I don't even associate with myself. I just laugh because I think it's funny.
It's weird because you have to disassociate yourself from it and not think of it as you talking. You have to think of it as a separate entity. It sounds fucking stupid when you say it, but otherwise it's fucking painful. I hate listening to myself.
Yeah, they were like, what do you think of that guy? And I was like, I think he's an asshole.
He's a goddamn asshole. So, since nobody's wrote in about how terrible FMK is, I'm going to take it as, you know what? We got some downloads on it.
That's right, people. If you want him to stop or change it up, write in. If not, he's going to keep going.
We are going to change the intro because, like you said, it's a little too hip hoppy. I do agree. After listening to it again and again, I'm like, no, we got to change it up. Also, I'm going to change up the outro, make it a little cleaner because now that we have the Roadcaster, honestly, it's so nice to record on. But yeah, no, I've been playing some games. You want to know what? Xbox Game Pass is great.
So I hear. I have it, but I never use it.
No? I downloaded little spoiler for the next FMK. Crackdown 3.
Is that like where you play a crack guy?
Crack dealer, he's
He's down on his luck, so it's cracked down.
Yeah, he just, he's out on the streets. He's hustling. But I really like Game Pass. I think it's well worth whatever it is. I think it's like $10 a month.
How do you feel about the future of gaming so far? How do you like this? Because Sony and Microsoft are going to be working together to work on the servers, right?
Work on the cloud. And then there's Stadia through Google. And then there's fucking Nintendo doing their own thing, like usual. They're just like, I don't know. You know how there's like what there's McDonald's, and what would say McDonald's is like main cup Burger King?
It's hard to say.
Right, well, whatever. It's like McDonald's and Burger King, and then they have like their retarded brother Jack in the Box. That's where Nintendo is. They're fucking making gangbusters. They're fucking out there. They're hustling. They're making the money. But
who doesn't love Nintendo?
But maybe like KFC and Taco Bell. They're like, you know what? We're gonna partner with Taco Bell.
Actually, it's KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and then like some Long John Silver's or something.
Okay, yeah, it's like that though. They're like, we're just partnering with everybody. Hey guys, check it out. You want to get fish here? You can get fish. You want a taco? You can get a taco.
I actually, there is this one Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Hut in Ontario, which I love because you can literally get everything Scott just said there.
It's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I see a bright future. I saw the PS4. Do you see that? The load time for PS4 or the PS5? Sorry,
I've been just looking at computer stuff because it's, even though you're full of hope, I'm full of despair.
It's like 0.2 second load time, and like a PS4 is about 8 second. It's a huge difference. 0.2 to.
Have you been paying attention to the computer industry? Everything going on with Intel and AMD right now?
Not particularly.
I guess it's somewhat related. So Intel has some vulnerabilities, and they've had to disable hyper-threading. So getting anywhere between 16 and 40% performance losses.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. And I guess the new AMD stuff, the new low-end AMD stuff is beating the high-end AMD stuff for the next generation.
AMD's Ryzen, isn't it?
Yes.
Ooh, that's not good. Because, well, maybe that's...
AMD is in the Xbox and PlayStation right now.
Yeah, that's what they're putting in the new PS5, right? The AMD 280. I can't remember. It's some number.
It's not gonna be high in like the PC, but yeah, it's AMD stuff's in our consoles.
Yeah. So yeah, that would explain.
AMD isn't getting hit as hard as Intel. Intel's the one that's getting pooped. Intel is getting bad, and AMD's getting good. Is the meme answer of the internet?
Yeah, and it is because the price point for AMD is a lot easier to get into than the price point of an Intel.
And it's also faster than Intel right now. Ha 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 ha.
Ha. There's nothing like the sound of a child's laughter.
So if you're an Intel boy like me, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm going AMD, yo.
I've been playing a bit of games on my computer. Nothing really much. I've been playing a little bit of Yakuza Konami? It's Yakuza 1 remastered, pretty much. I love it. I like the Yakuza games. After beating 6. Which, now that I know how good they are, I really wish I would have played this in order. Because I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the first one? Or, well, not the first one. Number 6, the first one I played. So, but yeah. So, Otafest.
Yes. My same complaint, which is just, it's rich people problems, is panels being on at the same time as other panels.
Yeah,
you gotta pick and choose.
It sucks. But you didn't have Poopy Pants Me there.
No, that was an improvement. There was much less pooping in the pants.
Less fecal matter in the hotel room.
Okay, so I get there and they're like,
wait a second.
So I get to the hotel room, they're like, do you need to be on the same floor as somebody? I was like, nope. It's like, do you only have one person? It's like, yeah, the other guy canceled. They're like, okay, well, we can put you to this, other suite with a king suite and put you up there. And I was like, cool.
Nice.
So I ended up with a king suite. Same thing. I left early because I had to work the stat. But Otafest was wonderful. I had spent one day with the Pokemon League, spent the other day just walking around, talking, seeing panels.
Nice. Favorite panel?
Probably the Pokemon League because it counts as a panel, I guess.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I quite enjoy it. They got a good community there that
when I went, that Pokemon League was super awesome.
It's a good bunch of kids. It's for kids or adults. The one thing that made me wonder is nobody and their dog was talking about Detective Pikachu. Like, I don't know if they're...
Really?
That's the thing. I was like, I don't know if everyone's too young or whatnot, but it's like no one wanted to talk about it.
Did they do the art thing again this year?
They did, but I was a little salty about last time.
But...
I was like 100% salt. Like, people were like tasting the air. I'm like, oh, what's that salty taste?
Bob's like, I really love supporting you guys. So he's like, can you just draw me this? But also, he didn't go back.
They weren't going to finish. We were running out of time.
Yeah.
If I want to get this technically. So I used all my tickets on one thing, and I was like, I just posted online, and it never got posted.
Godzilla in a spacesuit, if you ever happen.
Godzilla wearing a space Godzilla suit.
Yeah, Godzilla wearing a space Godzilla suit. Otafest drawing, guys, if you hear this. He did spend $80.
The Gundam Club, the Rocky Mountains Gundam Club.
Yes,
they had their own room, and they were actually having panels all day.
I heard that they were doing like model building
They
stuff.
were.
That's
yes.
awesome. That's really good to hear.
They had a lot more sway than last year, which made me happy.
Yeah, we do have an interview with the guys from there. That
They hate it when people think that Gundams are Transformers. I don't know why.
trans robots.
I watched Zeta Gundam, and it's always transforming into a mobile armor. Like, I don't understand what Gundams transform all the time. Half the time they transform. What's the problem?
Technically, they are kind of Transformers then. Transmorphers, I guess you could
Transmorphers. Zeta is a plane.
So there you go. How was the merch this year?
It's...
Or is it just like the same as usual?
It's... Okay, so like... I'm going to go on a little bit of a weird tangent, but... Okay, so I go to Japan sometimes, as you know.
What? Whoa. What?
That's how I can say I'm not a weeb, because, I've been there. I've been like, hey, this is a place, there's some cool stuff, there's some bad stuff.
Yes.
I'm not just going to ride the rising sun and be like, oh, yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever said that, but I like it. Okay, we're going with it.
Main point is I can, it's a very polite society. Things are clean, but, there's always goods and bads with every country, and you have to understand that.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to say, oh man, Japan's so great, I wish I could live there. It's like, it's great to vacation there. If I live there, I might go crazy because like I can't spend any like length of time in a city without losing it. Like I go to Calgary for the weekend, it's great. If I had to live in Calgary, I'd probably like lose it and be in a mental hospital.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's good for a weekend.
That's why like if I'm out in the boonies in Japan, it's great. There's like deer, woods, it's
Yeah. No, I understand.
And the people in Japan are really polite, so like you don't have the same crazy stuff that happens in Calgary, but
yeah.
I don't want to. Anyhow, so, I like certain shows. Whenever I go there lately, nothing I like is popular, like some things are, but they didn't have a whole lot of new Godzilla stuff. The new Gundam stuff that they're coming out with, I'm kind of like, oh.
It's not very good.
Well, I'm not the target. It's like Pokemon. I'm not the target fan base. Anymore. So, like, you see.
Are you saying we're getting old?
Old and cynical, both.
I can see that. Okay. Anyways.
But like I'm saying, so like I go into an arcade, and normally there'd be something you would want to win there.
Yeah.
That you'd be excited to win for. I walked to the arcade and I was like, I hate every show in here. So like all the merchandise at Otafest is some of it's home stuff, but some of it's stuff they brought from Japan.
Oh, okay.
So like there's all this stuff, and I was like, ooh, there's really nothing I would ever want here.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing.
Well, like it's gonna come and go. More shows are gonna get renewed. New stuff will come out. Like there's stuff I'm excited for in the future to come out, but it's not out right now. So
it's a waiting game.
So it's like, there's a bunch of cool stuff, but it's not shows I really enjoy. Like everything on their panel is like, oh, I kind of like that show, but I don't.
Yeah, it's mediocre. Like you're like, man, I like it, but I wouldn't buy stuff from it.
Well, there's a couple shows I really like, but like, for example, there wasn't much stuff for Gintama there.
Okay.
And I love Gintama. It's probably my favorite long running shonen show.
Yeah, you said it's like, what, 500 episodes?
No, it's 6 something by now.
Yeah, fuck me.
But
Anyway.
it's a comedy parody mostly. It has heart, but there wasn't
Yeah.
a whole lot of stuff for stuff like that. I'm an old school Ava fan, so I'm just waiting for the next Ava movie to come out. I'm trying to get to see that Ava versus Godzilla thing they got going on, because I know there's going to be crazy merch for that. And people are going
that'd
to
be
love
really
it.
cool. Yeah.
It's just about timing, whether I can do it or not. But like stuff like that,
Yeah.
I'm excited for, but it's not out right
You
now.
just gotta wait for you gotta wait for the cycle to come through.
Yeah, so the merchandise right there, it was a great selection for stuff. It's just not stuff I'd be interested in.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and like I've started to find that at the comic expos, even, or the entertainment expo.
Well, it's the same thing, because you like different comic book series that don't come out. And
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, so you end up like looking for stuff, and then you're like, well, you'll find like that one thing, but it'll be like, oh, well, this is really awesome, so we're going to charge out the ass for it.
It wasn't that bad at all. Like Otafest, I know they had the gear they came out with for the expo. They had a bunch of new stuff that came out just for Otafest itself.
Yeah.
I love they only came with 3 pins this year. I liked all of them, so I got the 3 new pins.
Yeah.
Got the bag, got a couple shirts.
Yeah.
I wish they had different stuff. I think the lanyards were the same as
the year before.
as the ones they had at the expo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I didn't get any other new lanyards, but I got they had a really nice little handbag.
A little handbag. Actually, I'm wearing my Otafest shirt today.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was great. It is what it is. It's a year where there's not a whole lot for stuff I enjoy.
Oh, okay. So, thanks to Otafest for...
It's a excellent convention. They throw their proceeds to charities, and they're a bunch of good kids.
Yeah, there you go.
I say that as I've been going there since I was a teenager. Now I'm a 30-something-year-old man.
And I still love it.
I love it. Thanks, Richard Simmons. Thanks for coming on.
You owe me $400, bitches. Pay up.
I gotta kick this guy in the head before he starts kicking us. But no, it's like I say, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
we had a bunch of Godzilla movies that made me really, not super stoked this year. But now we got one coming out pretty quick.
Yeah, I was
it's
just
gonna be on in a couple of days.
I was just going to mention that. Expectations are high for you?
Well, my expectations are higher than Detective Pikachu, which is dangerous, because my expectations for Detective Pikachu were really low, so it just won me over. Like,
Okay. Well,
you see me, I'm like, Detective Pikachu, thumbs up.
thumbs up.
I'd have 2 thumbs up, but I'm holding the microphone, so I can only give it 1.
That's right. Well,
See, Scott wants to get microphone stands, so I can just have 2 thumbs up, but that's not how I roll.
I totally want microphone stands. It sounds... I don't know.
He wants microphone stands with extra pop shields. The microphones we use have built-in pop shields, but he wants another pop shield.
No, I don't want another.
He wants 2 pop
I want a
shields.
microphone stand that sits right here, and I don't have to like move it.
He wants 2 pop screens.
It'd be
He doesn't
perfect.
want any. He wants just here. No.
It sounds like you're humping something.
Great. Now he has record of me saying. So he'll
Yes.
get it. He'll use
Double
for his
record.
own circumstances.
I'll just edit out words, and it'll be like, "I love to hum."
But no, so we got Godzilla King of Monsters coming out. All the good swag is coming out of Mexico. How does that make you feel?
Ay ay ay! Ayos míos.
That's it, Mexico. We're tired of you stealing our
That's
Godzilla
it.
stuff. You think because the
The
movie
BNS Awesome Podcast is invading Mexico.
you think you can get all the merchandise just because a good part of the movie is featured in your country? I don't think so.
That's awesome. That's good though. I'm glad you're pumped for it. I was gonna try and come with you for the first viewing, but
Yeah, that's not happening. So
People-
I'm going to Vancouver to see it with my sister.
Yes.
And then me and Scott will see it after.
yeah, so that'll be good.
I'll see if I can do an episode while we're out there. I'll just bring their portable stuff and we can
Yeah,
talk
get
about
you and
stuff.
Christina to do it.
And then I'll do it with me and you. We'll have 2 episodes.
It'll be the Godzilla Inception episode. It'll be Lost because we have one episode called the Lost Sister episode number 1. This will be the Lost Sister episode number 2.
Then you and your beautiful wife can do an episode,
Yeah,
right?
my wife's not watching Godzilla, Bob.
No, she could do it. You could do it about whatever else. You could do it about pandas, skulls, Mexican skulls.
It's not happening, Bob. So, but I'm stoked. I can't wait for it. I have less expectations for Godzilla than I did Detective Pikachu.
That's weird.
But I want to. Well, fucking Detective Pikachu is the reason I have less expectations now, because I was so pumped on Detective Pikachu, and I watched it and I was like, ah, it was good.
Let's take a quick pause and we'll watch the final trailer, and then we'll talk about that and our expectations based on the trailer, and then I'll talk about the soundtrack because I've listened to it. We'll actually listen to segments of the soundtrack, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We just watched the Knock You Out exclusive trailer, and we got Rebirth. So I've seen some spoilers from the movie that are probably true, which makes sense.
Why do you look at it?
Because sometimes you're just looking at it through image galleries, and it's like, bam, there's some spoilers in your face.
I can't do it.
I've known about spoilers that apparently it's been like 6 months, and it looks like these it's like, oh, this is what's going to happen, and then it turns out that probably is what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing. Based on the spoilers, it sounded really stupid. Then you look at the movie, it's like it's probably not going to be too bad. I'll let you talk first about the trailer.
I like that trailer. I'm a fan of hip hop music.
Plebes.
Go to hell. Don't call it a comeback. It's fucking hype, that's for sure. That's what they want to do with it. They want to hype it up. They want to get people in there. And it looks fucking good when they're fighting. Like when he's fighting Ghidorah, dude. Fuck yeah.
It's old man Godzilla and he's mad.
And then you can see like he's like fucking energied right up towards the end.
Yeah, so like,
and he's like,
that's burning Godzilla in theory.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna fucking super combust. I don't know, but
yeah, some people are like, that's like super fan service. I'm like, okay, so like, burning Godzilla is the form he's in Godzilla vs. Destroyer when he's like overloading and gonna blow up and fuck up the planet. So I'm pretty sure he's not gonna blow up and fuck up the planet.
They're gonna have King Kong versus Godzilla. So
I don't think he's gonna be. This is
spoilers.
This is like spoilers. Godzilla survives, obviously. That is spoilers if you haven't figured that out yet. It's like Tom Holland wasn't gonna stay dead because he was gonna be in the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, they're like
spoilers.
They're like, we're announcing Spider-Man. Oh, fuck! Didn't he disappear in that Avengers movie?
Yeah, so like it's spoilers of that level.
So yeah, I'm a little more hype after seeing that trailer though. I like that trailer.
It's too much fan service for me, and the one thing I've heard is that all the quipping is in the trailers, so there's no more stupid quipping in the rest of the movie, which I'd be pretty stoked if it's the stuff in the trailers.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I'm not big on quipping in Godzilla movies, like, oh my god, Zilla.
Oh my King Kong. Yeah, no, doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no, I'm pumped.
You're pumped?
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see. Burning Godzilla is just like fan service, I'm pretty sure.
You know what I'm really pumped for about that trailer? LL Cool J's career. Good job. Right?
You know,
he's calling it a comeback. I mean, he's not calling it a comeback.
I'm going to go out and say, like, the 1998 Godzilla movie had a bunch of music videos. Godzilla 2014 had some commercials that had a Fiat commercial. Where's all the fancy, weird commercial tie-in stuff for this movie?
They don't need it. And I find that when they're doing that, then they're trying to do ad placement the whole fucking time in the movie. It's like, oh, look at that car. It's a fucking
Okay,
Fiat.
where did you see a Fiat in Godzilla 2014?
It was there. You know it was there.
It was in the commercial, but where did you see it in the movie?
I will guarantee you there's probably at least 10 Fiats in that fucking movie.
Just like, it's like the logo takes up 90% of the screen. Fiat.
Well, I'm sure that there's a part where a car comes driving past and it's like Fiat. And it keeps driving and you're like, fucking Fiat.
I can guarantee that does not happen.
No cars drive past.
It's not like there's a Fiat advertisement anywhere in the movie.
I don't know.
I've watched that movie 20 times. I'm pretty sure.
I know, but I'm being surly. You're always going to be surly. I don't. Anyways.
Surly is a state of being. Oh, and for the
state of being.
Anywho, the soundtrack is a lot of classics remix, which I'm pretty stoked for. That's might be the most stoked part I am. I'm not super stoked yet, because I've listened to the soundtrack, but I kind of am.
I like that.
I'm optimistically stoked.
Like you said, that classic big build.
He doesn't watch Godzilla movies, people. He's wearing those headphones. He's eating those Cheetos. He's falling asleep with the microphone.
Ah!
He's going. Ah!
Oh, sorry, you got more to say about Godzilla?
Always, but go ahead.
I also was able to watch Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
All right, well, we'll put a pin in this. Let's do this because I didn't do it before. Let's go into Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. Thoughts, opinions, rating.
I loved it.
Did you?
I
also loved it.
It is a hard movie to not like.
Yes. I know you're a lot more interested into Miles comics. Did you like this Miles better than the comics version?
You know what? I never ever got into the Miles comics.
Well, I liked it better than Miles in the comics, that's for sure.
I did enjoy him though. Like it was fucking cool.
What do you think of old hobo Jewish Spider-Man?
They. No, he was good. Like there's
eating pizza out of the garbage.
He's like, eh. There's that part at the end where he's like, you got to do it to just like I can't explain how he says it, but it's just like you got to be Spider-Man. You got to just go out there and do it, even though you're good at something bad's gonna happen to you. And like, oh man, it had so much heart.
It's like the only Sony movie in years that had heart.
It was good. Like it was really good. Like when the Prowler and he gets shot and then he finds out that
who didn't see that one coming.
Well, yeah, but that was like a real emotional part. He's like, "No, I failed you, Miles." Oh, it was so good. It's so heartwarming. And fucking Spider Pig was great.
He's a spider that was bitten by a radioactive pig.
Yeah. Hi, this is weird.
Before I go, here's this mallet. It'll fit in your pocket.
Yeah. It was really well done. The voice acting in it was great. Nicolas Cage. Hell yeah.
Spider-Man Noir. I don't understand this, but I want to.
But I want to. Yeah. I give that movie...
I give it a 4 out of 5 solid.
I give it a 4.5.
It's a 4.25 at a ghost. Perfect.
It really was. It was the only reason it gets the extra half point is because of like watching with the kids.
I figured so.
Like my kids loved it. They were like, "This is really good."
I quite enjoyed that it got the animated movie of the year as opposed to Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah, and like
it deserved it more than Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I didn't watch Wreck-It Ralph 2 yet.
It deserved it more than Wreck-It Ralph 2. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is like, I'm going to take a dump on the first movie. First Wreck-It Ralph, great. Second Wreck-It Ralph, ugh.
Buzz, your girlfriend's woof. Yeah, so no, it was just nice because my kids they really enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed it. Like I was kind of on the side of it.
What do you think of the last credit scene?
There's a final credit scene?
Yeah.
I did not watch.
I thought it's, what was it, Spider-Man 20XX, or is it 20X9 or 29X?
2099.
2099?
Yeah.
He shows up, goes back in time, and gets to like the original animated series Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
And they just start pointing at each other, doing that pointing meme. No, who are you? No, you. You pointed at me. No, you.
That's awesome. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. Like that whole movie was just fucking awesome. The part with MJ and Spider-Man, or Jewish Spider-Man.
That's his meme. He's old Jewish Spider-Man because he's a cheap hobo.
Yeah. It was good. And what was the girl's name?
What, Gwen?
No, not Gwen. The fucking the anime one.
Oh, Penny Parker.
Penny Parker. Man, she was funny. Yeah, she's making the throat slit actions and stuff because that's a spider inside of the mech suit,
which is called the Spider.
Yeah, it was good.
Everyone was like, "Oh, they should have went full Evangelion with that."
Nah, honestly, that movie has a lot of heart, and I'm so happy that it won awards. I personally loved it. I want to watch the
next one that comes out.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Supposedly it's in planning,
nice.
so
Good. That movie will make You just hope they don't wreck it Ralph-it.
Yes. They just keep the heart where it is and bring them on in.
Yeah. Because, like, at the end, they're like, well, we'll see each other again, I believe.
She's like, Miles.
Yeah. No,
He's like, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
So, yeah, no, I'm glad you told me to watch it.
I want to see them have Tom Hardy Venom come into the Spider-Verse.
It's like, oh my god, I'm an animated cartoon now. Have you guys seen Batman?
They should get Christian Bale to play a Spider-Man.
Christian Bale can be like...
Spider-Bat.
Yeah, just angry Spider-Man. Stop! Just stop it right there! Stop!
Martha!
Why'd you say that name? No, that was Ben Affleck.
I know. But they're all Batmans and Spider-Man.
If you guys didn't see, I posted a little thing yesterday, or a couple days ago, about the new Batman.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're going to talk about this, aren't we?
So is Batman going to sparkle in these new movies?
I think so.
I think
There's
so,
going to be a
too.
part where he rips off his cowl and he steps out on a rock and then the clouds will part and he'll sparkle.
And he's like, I'm actually a vampire.
You know, now that they've ruined the DC universe, I would love to see them just do solo movies now that they've ruined it beyond Salvation.
So there was another thing that got dropped too, was the Swamp Thing trailer. Have you seen that?
No, I was just kind of bummed out.
I was super bummed by that because I'm a huge Swamp Thing fan, and they have the Swamp Thing, like, at least by the trailer, the Swamp Thing looks like he's a fucking evil asshole.
Well, there's some versions of them that would be correct, but...
Yeah, I know, but to have a fucking TV show about the Swamp Thing and have him be evil, I don't like that. I think that's a terrible idea. The Swamp Thing is full of heart, and he's trying to save the planet, and...
The green. I love the green.
He's one of the only people to, like, kick the fuck out of Batman.
You know, it's weird, because I'm just going to throw that out there, because they got that Justice League Dark one for the new 52. Yeah. Swamp Thing's, like, super powerful, but as soon as the villain comes, he jobs like that.
He's a jobber. Yeah. Don't give him fucking shit.
It's just weird. Like I said, I would like to see Swamp Man, you know,
Swamp Thing
be powerful, but he just jobs like instantly.
Yeah. It is what it is. I'm a huge fan of Swamp Thing. Is
he your favorite DC character?
You know what? I think he is. I don't collect the comics. It's really weird. I remember when I was little, my aunt and uncle bought me a Swamp Thing action figure. And it's just always stuck with me that Swamp Thing was this really cool guy, and like he was a lot of like cool things to me. And
you know what action figure I got?
Batman,
Venom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
That's why I'm a Venom fanboy.
Yeah. And you probably aren't like a huge like I said. You're probably not like, well, I don't collect the comics.
I have a couple Venom comics, but like,
yeah,
you know. I just like Venom because I had the Venom toy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I love Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing's probably my favorite because of that reason. So, yeah. No, I was disheartened to see that trailer. Just the way that they portrayed him. Maybe it will be better, but we'll see. And as far as Robert Pattinson being Batman, we'll see how he does. Honestly,
he's not a bad actor.
He's not a bad actor. There are better movies than the Twilight movies that he's in.
Yeah, there are.
So the only I like Ben Affleck's build for him.
Ben Affleck was a great.
He was
Batman.
Perfect old Batman. I would have loved to seen like the Dark Knight if they were to do like not the Dark Knight movie, but the Dark Knight comic books.
Yes.
Where Batman's an old man and he's fucking...
Well, he pretty much already was that. Like,
yeah.
They stole so much of that for Batman v Superman, it's not even funny.
Oh, I know. But to see him like...
You know how I always have those complaints like with Ghost in the Shell where they just took all the scripts and threw them up in the air? Is that
kind of how
is that how normal people feel about Batman versus Superman? They took all the comic books, threw them up in the air?
They're just like... They had like a guy with like a fucking pen just jabbing at stuff.
Because like I said, there's a lot of elements. It's inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm doing
So-
air quotations in case anyone's...
quotations. So yeah, no, I think so, but like we said, we're just
Yeah, sometimes I give it, like, maybe it's just a wee part of me that I, like, try to bury, but, like, whenever I complain about adaptations, I'm always just like, they threw everything into a blender and they took it out what it was.
it's fan service for the people that don't understand it.
I guess.
They're like, there was a Superman versus Batman, or not a Superman versus Batman. They were like, Superman died once. I remember that in like 1998.
He had long hair and a mullet. I remember it.
Yeah, it was great. And then there was a Superboy, but I don't remember him anymore.
He had tactile telekinesis.
Yeah.
I had those comic books. I had Superboy comic books.
I have a Superboy comic
Like,
book.
for some reason, those were like, my parents bought me those comic books. And I was just like, why is Superman a boy?
Yeah. And there was, Cyborg, Superman, all those other ones. But yeah, so we'll see where these go.
He lived in Hawaii.
Aloha.
Fought King Shark.
Fuck yeah, King Shark's rad. When they did him in Arrowverse. Sorry. Anyways, I like, or not Arrowverse, the Berlantiverse, I guess.
We got to go back to our original movie discussion quickly.
Well, okay, let's go.
We're saying, okay, so what are you looking forward to? What do you think's going to happen? And what do you think your ghost rating going to be for Godzilla? And how do you think this will stack up to the previous two entries?
Okay, so let's, first question,
How do you think this is going to stack up to the previous two entries?
I think it'll be more action. I honestly think that, because the other two are a lot of slow build. You know what I mean?
Are you telling me that Skull Island is a slow build? Because I would
King
not
Kong.
agree.
That's King Kong.
Yeah, there's two previous entries, Godzilla and Kong.
Oh, well, why didn't you say Kong Godzilla? I thought you were talking about Godzilla like the last Godzilla.
Oh, no.
That's why I was like...
I meant, we're talking about the previous entries in the Monsterverse series.
Okay, in the
Not
Monsterverse.
the two previous Godzilla movies. Cause
Okay.
That's City on the Edge of Battle and Ghidorah, Planet Eater. They're both terrible.
Terrible. In the previous entries, I think it'll be along the lines of how much I liked Kong. I loved Kong. You know I love Kong.
Am I the only one who likes Godzilla 2014? Just asking the internet out there. I like it because it's
Godzilla
slow.
2014, when he rips that fucking thing's head off, ballin'. Fucking awesome.
Well, technically, he kisses it till the head falls off.
You can say whatever you want. I don't judge on if he's kissing another monster or not.
He's like, open your mouth, baby.
So I'm thinking it's going to be along the lines of Kong for me. I think it's going to be a bit more. I'm going to say it's going to start off more action packed.
I think there's going to be more action throughout the movie.
I think it's going to start off more action packed, and then I think it's going to be like a slow ending. It's going to be big hype, big hype, big hype, and then a slow, like, sad almost ending for Godzilla. It's going to seem like Godzilla's gone, but we know he's not, because Godzilla versus King Kong's coming.
I'm going to go the other way and say it's probably going to be non-stop action. But here's the weird thing is, like, everyone's like, oh, 2014, such a slow-building movie. The movie starts off with a reactor exploding.
Yeah, that is true. Well, actually, doesn't it start off in the town first?
It starts off with the mine.
Yeah.
They go and then they're like, oh, there's a hole. And then it immediately, reactor.
Yeah, it does. No, that is true. So...
Then time skip to adult getting deployed. Then dad gets
yeah
in the zone, so
then
he goes
it's
back.
Malcolm in the middle.
I love the parts with
Time
Malcolm
skip.
in the middle. He's like, son, it's time to cook some macaroni for dinner.
Woo! Lois.
Heisenberg, look out! There's a Muto behind you.
There's a pizza on a roof. So, yeah, I think that's how it'll go. For a rating, I'm going to stick with 3.5.
What'd you give for the other ones? Can you remember? I can't remember what I gave it. I think I would have given...
I think I gave the previous Godzilla, the Legendary.
I think I gave that either a 4 or a 4.5.
I think I gave Legendary a 3.5.
I'm pretty sure I gave it a 4+, at least a 4.
Me?
No, I gave it.
Oh, yeah, I think you did. And I think I
gave Kong a 4 or a 4+
I was
too.
just going to say, I think I gave Kong a 4.5.
I gave them both pretty high because I liked them.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Samuel L. Jackson fighting monkeys.
Yeah, he's tired of these motherfucking monkeys.
He's like, I got Vietnam craziness. I need to find my boys. I need to kill that monkey.
So yeah, no, I'm thinking. I'll go 3.5 to 4. I'll probably give it.
We'll see. I'm hoping to give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm hoping high end. I'm aiming mediocre.
What do you think about Kong versus Godzilla?
I can't wait.
That monkey's going to go get wrecked.
Nope.
Godzilla's going to bend him over his knee and spank his bottom.
Nope, not going to happen. Nope.
It's going to say, all right, now think about what you did. Now go stand in the corner.
It's like, okay, Dad. No, I don't think so. I think it's
going to get riggedy wrecked.
I think it's going to be like Batman versus Superman.
Do you bleed? Mothra, why did you say that name?
Right? And I think Godzilla's Superman and King Kong is Batman.
Godzilla could beat Superman. I got it right here, right now.
You know what I mean.
I'm just saying. Superman be all like, I'm going to kill you, Godzilla. And Godzilla be like, kryptonite.
Here's a piece of kryptonite to eat.
He just reach up in the upper atmosphere, grab a piece of kryptonite, and throw it at him.
It's like, here you go. Eat this, bitch. What I think is going to happen is going to be just like Batman versus Superman. Fucking, we're against each other. Oh, it's a union of people. And then we're all happy and we take this bad guy out.
My God, you could be a Hollywood writer, Scott.
Get that, James Cameron?
I don't think James Cameron is directing King Kong versus Godzilla.
No. We have a guest joining us. My lovely wife.
Are you going to go see the next Godzilla movie when it comes out?
No.
Why not?
Come here, please.
No.
Come here. We need your opinion.
No.
You guys heard it here first.
How many no's was that? 6 or 7?
I don't know. We can edit it. We can make our little own no song where she's just like, nah, 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 no, no.
I'm not calling a comeback. No.
No. just edit no's into everything.
No.
See, that wasn't even edited in. Sure sounded like we did it, though. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Godzilla.
Yeah, once you get back, we'll have watched the movie and we'll talk about it. And then Scott eventually will watch other stuff, and then I'll get him to watch other stuff. Then I'll watch other stuff for him.
Next time we podcast, we got to talk about a game.
How about this? I will bring over a game, and it's an old game. Then I'll bring a newer game, and then we can finish watching the 8th MS Team, and we can put a review on it.
MST.
8th MS Team, Mobile Suit Team.
Oh, okay.
We watched like 2 episodes. There's
Yes.
12.
I have them right there. Yes.
Let's watch an episode.
Maybe. I also got to play Resident Evil.
Yes, you do have to play Resident Evil.
I played 5, but that's not.
Did you beat 5?
No, I've heard that's the worst one ever.
No, 6 is the worst one ever.
Oh, I've heard 5 was so awful though.
5 makes 6 look like... No, 6 makes 5 look like 2.
6? Oh, wow. That's awful. Okay.
But there is online co-op for 5 and 6, so in theory we could play those and I could drag you through.
We'll talk about it. Anyways.
We'll talk about it. We'll live stream it.
We'll live stream it on Twitch.
Twitch. How is Twitch these days? I've heard good things and bad things.
Amazon's sure fucking us over.
How could that be?
Well, before it was you don't have to watch any ads.
Now you do.
If you have Amazon Prime. Yeah, and now you do. We out.
As usual, listen to the outro and, call us in if you got any questions.
Call us in. What's your phone number, Bob?
My phone number is 555-555-5554.
Extension 5.
Mine's 4. His is 5.
Get it right. So yeah, for the BNS Awesome Podcast.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Scott, and this has been the CBC. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of the BNS Awesome Podcast. We can be reached on Twitter at BNS Awesome Pod. We can also be reached at our email account, bnsawesomepodcast@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram, the BNS Awesome Podcast. You can also get the podcast on YouTube. Just search up the BNS Awesome Podcast. We are also on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, and pretty much anywhere else you can get your podcasts at.